Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters, welcome to my channel if you're new here, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today we are going to be making a card using the Love from Lizi Spring Friends card kit, and this is the March 2023 card kit. This card is an ink blended background card that we're going to make, and it's going to be for an A2 card size. All the links and measurements are down in the description below, so make sure you click on the more and expand on that and you'll see links and everything, card measurements. This piece measures 8.5 by 5.5 and we want to score it at 4.25. So I'm going to do that now, and that'll give us our A2 4.25 by 5.5 card base. Onto that, I have some mats and layers that I want to put on. I have this piece of gold cardstock and it measures 3.5 by 4.25. I'm going to put a piece of grey cardstock onto that and it measures 3.25 by 4. And then onto that I have a white piece and this measures 3 7/8 by 3 1/8. This is the panel we're going to ink blend onto, and it's a small panel, but I think it's going to look really well with our mats and layers here, and then on our card base it's going to look really lush. On the inside of the card I have this piece of gold cardstock. It measures 4 by 5.25, and then this white piece measures 3 3/4 by 5. I'll do some stamping on this piece and I'll add some of the stickers or ephemera pieces onto it. I also have some other little bits and pieces. I have one of the ephemera pieces that I got in the add-on ephemera pack, and you can use some of the stickers. This large ephemera piece is in the sticker sheet. You can see it here. If you stick this onto a piece of 300 GSM or anything up from 220, I suppose, cardstock, you could then fussy cut it out to make your own ephemera piece. What I've done is I've cut this one off at the bottom because I want it layered. So it'll sit on the bottom of our ink blended piece like so. We're going to ink the background, and I've taken this piece. It's a 1 1/4 diameter circle. I die cut it out using Lizi's nesting circle dies. I'm going to stick this down here using some repositionable tape, and I'm going to have that so it's like a moon in the background once we've all our inking done. I've taken one of the little hedgehogs and I'm going to pop that behind our flowers somewhere along here because I want to stamp a sentiment, and I'm thinking I'm going to use the congrats here. I'm going to stamp that on our ink blending there. I've also got two little pieces of ephemera to embellish the inside white panel, but like I said, there are stickers on the sticker sheet and you can use those. So that's all the parts and pieces we need for our card. I'm going to go ahead now and prep to do some of our ink blending using some Distress inks. So I have everything I need here prepped and ready to do our ink blending. I'm going to use the Distress Oxides in Fossilized Amber, Faded Jeans and Black Soot, and I have my ink blending brushes here. Just going to give that one a little clean. Got a little black off the other one. I take a piece of white cardstock and I laminated it, and I have that as an area for me to do my ink blending on. I also have some of this non-slip. It's the grip that you get for under chopping boards and stuff like that. I've put a square of it here so that when I put my ink pad down it doesn't move, and I've also added some to the back. That way it won't move on the desk very much either. And I have some of that on the back of this piece too, so it keeps it in place. It will move if you push hard on it, but it does tend to keep it in place for me. So now I'm going to use a little bit of removable tape. I have the Stick It removable tape runner here, and if you use a little bit of that, it will allow me to pop this down on my piece here without it, you know, damaging it. I do like to take the excess tackiness off, so I'm just going to pop that just about there. So I'll move my ink cubes over a little bit so it'll give me some swinging room. I like to move my cardstock around when I'm ink blending, so that's what I'll be doing. So the first one I'm going to use is the fossilized amber, and I'm going to put some onto my brush. I'm going to tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start in the middle here and move out. This is going to be our lovely little halo from the moon, and I'm going to kind of bring it down just a little bit there. So I hope you can see that okay. Now next I'm going to move on to my blues, and that's Faded Jeans. So I'm going to add that to all of the cardstock, and I'm going to be dark on the outside and then move in nice and light. And this is going to take time because it's easier to start with a little and then get darker as you go along. It's harder to take it off than it is to put it on. So I'm going to speed through this. I'm going to put some music on in the background, and you can watch me then adding this on. So there we go. Now we have our lovely ink blended panel, and I didn't want to go too dark with it because this is going to be another baby card, but I think this is great for the little baby that arrives maybe during the night. I think this would be a cute card. So I've all my ink blending done. I'm going to clean off now and we can assemble our card. So I have my panel now for inside my card in my stamping platform, and I have a sentiment from my stash that I want to stamp. I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to stamp my sentiment, and I'm doing this in black. I had debated maybe inking it in, you know, a light green or a lemon, but I think going with the black, we have black going on around our panel that we've ink blended, so that's the reason I'm going to go for the black now on this panel. So this is a lovely sentiment from my stash. It says, "A baby makes love stronger and the nights longer." And I figured because our patterned our ink blended panel is a night scene, I thought that would go well there. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to let that dry. The next thing I want to do is stamp on my card base, and I'm going to do that now before I go adding anything onto it. So I did debate inking up the panel that we had, putting a sentiment there, but I thought our congrats would look just nice at the bottom here. So I'm going to stamp that down there at the bottom, and I'm just going to line that up. And the great thing about using a stamping positioner is, one, I can make sure it's straight, and two, I can go back in a second time if it needs a second inking. So the congrats word, it's kind of hard to get it straight because it's that kind of a font, I think. I might just give it another. Yeah, I like that better. So I'm happy now with the positioning of this. I'm going to ink onto that and then pop that down there. And Lizi stamps are a really good quality stamp. So I find they print really well for stamping, especially using a good ink. And I love the VersaFine Clear inks for stamping as well. They give a great inking. So now we have our card base ready to go, just to add our panel, and we have our panel for the inside ready to go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate this and put this inside first. So you can either use your stickers or your ephemera, depending on if you got the ephemera pack as an add-on. I'm going to add them just there like that to embellish the inside. I did debate taking one of the little hedgehogs and popping it in there as well, because we did get quite a few of them. But I like how this looks, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to take my quick grab glue and I'm going to glue those down. And now we can add our panel onto the outside. So I'll use the collal glue for this. And then I will add on our ephemera pieces. Lovely. So I'm going to stick down my little flowers. And I'm going to bring this right down to the bottom there. I'm going to pop my little hedgehog then in behind. And then we have this little piece then to go on the front. Lizi has lovely gold star peel-offs on the website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tiny little ones and I'm going to put them up to fill in some of our sky. And I'm happy with that now. I've done one so it looks kind of like the plough. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I'm delighted with that. I think that looks lovely. I'm just going to add some accent glaze or glossy accents, whichever you have in your stash. I have some accent glaze, so I'm going to add some. And I'm going to add some to my moon. And then I'll add some to some of my flowers. So there we go. There is our A2 American size card, doing some ink blending and doing a lovely ink blended background on that. We have some dimension there with our little hedgehog and the flowers, and then inside we have our sentiment with some more of our ephemera pieces. I just love this card. I think it's so cute. I do love this kit and using this kit this month. If you've enjoyed my tutorial, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And if you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. And if not, please do click the subscribe button and ding the bell. That way the YouTube algorithm knows that you're interested in my videos and will share with other people. So I'll leave it there, folks. Until next time, don't forget to share your makes with our Facebook groups, The Love from Lizi and Your Cards and Crafts group. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and bye for now. Bye-bye.